How's it going, everyone? It is ZLR, and today we're going to be doing our Week 13 predictions. And honestly, I just want this season to go a little slower, dude, because man, I hate how fast it's been going. We went 9-5 last week on my predictions, and it seems like the last 3 out of the 4 weeks that I have done this, it's been at 9-5. Last week obviously being the difference because I think I went like 12-3 or 12-4 so I don't fucking know. But anyway, let's just get right into this. Forgot to mention happy Thanksgiving to everyone because I know 3 games are going to be played tomorrow for Thanksgiving. So, for anyone that's seeing this on Thanksgiving, I hope you all have a very nice day. First, we have the Packers and the Lions. And honestly, I hope this is the game that I can actually live stream tomorrow for Thanksgiving because I want to do one of the games. I kind of hope I can do Packers Lions. But anyway, we had the Packers win last week 23 to 6 against the Vikings, while the Lions won 34 to 27 in overtime against the Giants. And to be completely honest, this one was a very hard pick for me to do, but I am going to go with the Lions here for the win. And this is because they are going to be playing at home. And honestly, that Lions team just looks really, really good right now. I know they had a few blunders during the season, but the Packers, they did too. So I'm just going to have to go with the Lions here just because they are going to be at home. Chiefs and Cowboys, the second of the Thanksgiving games, and actually the one that I would least like to watch. Um, Obviously the Chiefs won in overtime last week, 23 to 20, while the Cowboys won in a fairly close game against the Eagles, 24 to 21. And honestly, I feel like the Chiefs will be the better team here. I do feel like they will win. I do know the Cowboys are playing at home, but that team has been fucking weird this whole season. I believe right now they're 5-5-1 and or 6-5-1. I'm not exactly too sure. I oh wait, no, they had a bye week. Yeah, so they're 5-5-1. And the Chiefs, they're getting back up there right now. Obviously, they have looked better the last few weeks. Uh they have had a few losses, but those were pretty close anyway. But I am going to have to go with the Chiefs here because I know they are going to be the better team. Last but not least, for the Thanksgiving games, we have the Bengals and the Ravens, a AFC North showdown. And just give me the Ravens here for that win. Obviously, supposedly Joe Burrow is going to be back for this game, and at this point, they really shouldn't friggin' let him in because that their season is pretty much all over at this point. And the Ravens, they are they're doing pretty good right now. Ever since getting Lamar Jackson back, yeah, I've been liking that team a lot. I am going with the Ravens here for the win because one, they're playing at home, and two, this Bengals team has not looked the best at all. And also, they will be having Jamar Chase back because his suspension is up. And like I said, Joe Burrow is going to be back. But I just feel like at this point in the season, they're just not going to be able to get their footing. And for the Ravens, you guys definitely going to get a win here. The Bears versus the Eagles, or as I'm going to call it, the Pope versus the Eagles. And honestly, with the Cowboys winning against the Eagles last week, And the Bears, they actually won in a pretty close game, 31 to 28 against the Steelers. I kind of feel like this one is going to be a close game. I do have the Eagles winning, but if the Bears win, I really wouldn't be surprised at that at all. They have actually looked a lot better than how they did last year. And for the Eagles, to be completely honest, I just don't know what's going on with that team right now. Um, they definitely have not looked like the Super Bowl caliber team that they were last year, but I still feel like they could squeak out this win. Probably pretty close game, but I mean, it should still be a win for them. Saints and Dolphins. Just give me the Dolphins here for the win. Saints just suck so much ass right now. I would not I would not be surprised if they're eliminated from playoff contention this week. Texans and Colts. Holy shit, this one's going to be a good game. And I'm going to have to pick the Colts here for that win because, I mean, even though they lost in overtime to the Chiefs, they still kept it close. They have been very, very consistent this year. So, yeah, I'm going with the Colts here. Obviously, the Texans, I know I believe, let's see, they won, and that was against the Bills, which, thank you, Texans fans, yet again for that. But, I'm sorry, I have to go with the Colts here for the win. Falcons and Jets. Just give me the Falcons here for that win because the Jets absolutely booty. And I wouldn't be surprised if they're eliminated from the playoffs this week as well. But the Falcons, they've had an up and down season so far, but I mean, it seemed like they I think they got the win last week. Yeah, 24 to 10 against the Saints. Funny enough that I literally just talked about the Saints two clips ago. But yeah, the Falcons, they definitely look pretty good against against the Saints defense. And I feel like it would be pretty much the same with the Jets defense. Uh Falcons, they look pretty good when they are using Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier and everything like that. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to go with the Falcons. 49ers and Browns. Jesus. This one might be a snooze fest. Obviously, we saw the 49ers win 20 to 9 on Monday Night Football. Brock Purdy had 3 interceptions. That was horrible. And for the Browns, obviously they won against a very pitiful Raiders team. And Browns fans at least can be happy that they had that win because I have the 49ers winning this game. I do feel like it will be close. Myles Garrett has been a absolute fucking monster this season, but other than that, the Browns have just not they're just not a good team. So I'm just going to have to go with the 49ers here because I know that team can be pretty good. And also, I hope Jawan Jennings is all right after that low blow that he got. Yikes! That looked like he got punched pretty hard. Rams versus Panthers. Just give me the Rams here for that win. The Rams are probably the best team in the NFL right now, and the Panthers, they've kind of been up and down with how they've been playing. There's games that Rico Dowdle has looked really good in, and then there's other games that he hasn't looked good in. Just I don't really know at this point. I do know the Panthers at least had, let's see here. Panthers. I just have to look real quick. Sorry about this, guys. Um yeah, they lost against the 49ers. I should have known that. But this Rams team definitely a lot better than the 49ers. and I expect this one to be a absolute blowout. Jaggies and Titans. Just give me the Jaguars here for that win. Titans have been booty bum ass, and like I've said for a few other teams, I really wouldn't be surprised if I see them eliminated from playoff contention this week. But Jaguars, they have been looking really good this season. I know they've had a few losses that have looked pretty bad, but they've been looking pretty good. And I can't really pick the Titans to really win when they've really only won one game this season. The Cards and the Bucks. I kind of like the Buccaneers winning here, but I guess it all depends on if Baker Mayfield actually does play. Yeah, that 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 was something that I really had to think about. I feel like they will have him play, and that's why I have the Buccaneers winning. But if he doesn't play and the Cardinals win, I really wouldn't be surprised just because that Baker Mayfield injury was so out of nowhere. And now if he would be out for this week, I to be completely honest, I don't even remember who's backup quarterback for the Buccaneers. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I do not remember who is back there other than Baker Mayfield. Maybe Kyle Trask still, but I'm not too sure. Uh, but I mean, if Baker plays, Buccaneers should win. Vikings and Seahawks. Just give me the Seahawks here for that win. The Vikings have not looked good this season at all with 9. And yeah, there's nothing really much else I really have to say. Seahawks have been looking really good. Also, I have seen something about the Vikings might be looking at Daniel Jones to come back and be their quarterback. Please don't take him, Vikings, away from the Colts. He's doing good there. Do not fucking do that to him. But I will have to go with the Seahawks here for the win. I don't know if I mentioned that, but yeah, Seahawks, they're they're definitely the better team here. Bills versus Steelers. Oh man, Bills fans might be looking at something a little weird here. They lost last week to the Texans, and now they got to go up against the Steelers, who might have Aaron Rodgers back this week. I know he wasn't able to play last week, but I mean, the Steelers, they let's see here. I know they lost against the Bears. I just need to remember what the score was. It was actually pretty close. It was 31-28. But I kind of do have the Steelers winning here. Um Obviously I picked the Steelers because they're playing at home, but also I'm a Patriots fan, man. I want to stay as far ahead as possible in the AFC East. So give me the Steelers for the win because Steelers going to the playoffs. At least I hope the Steelers go to the playoffs. Raiders and Chargers. Just give me the Chargers here for that win because every time I pick the Chargers, they always win against the Raiders. And it just seems like the last few years, the Raiders just have not been able to beat the Chargers. They just have not been able to catch on and be like, hey, we need to do this or this to beat them. Broncos and Commanders on friggin' Sunday Night Football. This one might be a fun game to watch. I'm going with the Broncos here to win. Obviously, the Commanders have not looked like the Commanders of last season. Their team's also pretty beat up from what I remember. And I believe in Bo Nix, dude. I I have since last season, and I'm still believing now. So I'm gonna have to go with the Broncos here. And yeah, I'm sorry, Commanders fans. I wish I could. I really want to pick you guys, but after what's happened this season, I I don't know. I don't know what to really tell you guys. Last but not least, Giants and Patriots. Oh boy, we got the throwbacks on this week. I really hope that doesn't fuck us over. The last time we wore those, we lost. Actually, a lot of the times we wear those, we lost. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like the Patriots can win this game because they're playing at home, and also the Giants really the I don't know, man. I like this Giants team, but it's just that after after Cam Scadaboo got hurt, Jackson Dart got, I think, that concussion or whatever. They just have not looked good. I know they got rid of their defensive coordinator, I believe. Um I know I put that in my recap video. But yeah. I know Jackson Dart is supposed to be back this week, but I don't know. I don't know. They kept it pretty close with the Lions. So I kind of want to see what the Patriots can do, because if we can actually win against the Giants here, that would be pretty fucking nice. But yeah, give me the Patriots here. I need to see us winning those friggin' throwback unis. Please, just please. And for my little recap, I do have the Lions over the Packers, Chiefs over the Cowboys, Ravens over the Bengals, Eagles over the Bears, Dolphins over the Saints, Colts over the Texans, Falcons over the Jets, 49ers over the Browns, Rams over the Panthers, Jaguars over the Titans, Buccaneers over the Cardinals, Seahawks over the Vikings, Steelers over the Bills, Chargers over the Raiders, Broncos over the Commanders, and my New England Patriots over the Giants. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, comment, do really whatever you want to do. And as always, I will see you all in the next one. And also, eh, eh, eh. The evil empire is back.